Freaking me out.
We're doing the Hollywood Squares.
Man, I'm gonna have a seizure soon.
Yeah, I'm getting a seizure.
Seizure.
Thank you for those who are joining us who are now having a seizure. Thank you for joining us on Old Gray Bricks Thursday Night Live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. No, that's too early. We can't do that.
Okay.
Sorry, it's okay. It's all right. You know, you should come to show meetings and show prep. And when we start,
I just opened the Discord today.
I haven't been on Discord in like a month.
Well, yeah, that's why the Old Gray Bricks Discord is just a happening place.
It is the modern day Google whatever that was.
It's my LinkedIn, man. You know, I'm trying to find people, posting jobs.
Yeah, I can't access Discord at work, and by the time I get home, I don't care. Oh, Gary Mullane is here in the chat. Hey, man, how are you? From Ireland. Good to have you joining us, and we hope we'll have some more friends joining us here soon. So how are you guys doing this evening?
Good.
Happy camper.
Pretty good.
Good. Let's take a quick spin and see what everybody's up to. Let's talk to the man who has a dishcloth on his shoulder. What's up, man?
Well, you know, another day, another shekel. Shoulders out a little bit because, you know, being the professional athlete that I am, I blew it out stirring the mac and cheese. Yeah. So
what kids are calling it nowadays? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, and sadly, that's not even a euphemism for something far more interesting. So, yeah.
You literally were
actually stirring mac and cheese. And if Jeff were here, Jeff Wyndham, he would be correcting me saying, you know, you mean craft dinner? I'm like, no, I'm translating for the folks down in the romper room.
Wait. Y'all call it craft dinner?
Yeah,
it's craft dinner. You know
what's happening.
Yeah, when you open the box, it plays that sound. Yeah.
Well, here when you actually try to use the tab to open that box, it's a lie. That's what it is. So.
Well, that part is common to both countries. Yeah,
universal. Good deal. What's up in your nerd world?
Yeah, not a lot. Kind of been the song of the summer, I guess. Just sort of, you know, doing a lot of other non-Lego stuff. Work is busy for another couple weeks. Just finishing up outside, but then August is looking like the summer of Gil. So hopefully then I'll get to do some stuff because I really want to do some like Lego photography. Like that's like really bang on me because there's a couple of photographers. Erwin Last on Instagram. If anyone has an interest for it. I think he's part of our collaborative group, so I think he's in Jakarta or he's in South Asia somewhere. Mm-hmm. But oh man, like some of the stuff is just blowing me away, and it's just like, you know, you think, okay, you know, with the action figures, you know, you get a pretty good job, but man, this guy, the stuff that he can do with the Lego picks is awesome. So that's sort of firing me up to do some more of that.
Cool. You know, you said it was a summer Gil, and that reminds me of the character Gil on The Simpsons. Oh, Gil's going to sell a car and eat tonight.
Sadly, that's how I feel like 98% of the time.
Let's see. Brett Hoopa is here in the chat. And Jeff Van Winden also. Yep, we got a little echo going on. We'll work on it there. So, all right. Well, good to have you here. What are you drinking out of a, what is that?
Guinness.
By the way, the other night when I wasn't here and one of the panelists who's not here, he was taking a sip of something. I'm like, is that Worcestershire sauce? What is he drinking? I couldn't tell. It was funny. Anyway, so what are you drinking there, man? That was a weird looking cup.
No, this is my back in the days where
I did
Guinness pint glass.
Is it Guinness? It's Crystal Guinness.
Yes, and now 48-year-old Guinness called water. So yeah,
you big baby.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Jeff, what's going on in your world, man?
Not a whole lot. Getting ready for Brick Rodeo and for company that's coming to my house next week. So that's going to be a hoot and a holler, possibly a hoot and nanny. But besides that, I've been building some stuff that I got from ABC and just kind of organizing bricks. I spent all day going through a bulk bin and organizing and sorting and hating my life and pondering my life decisions and thought maybe I should get into like board games instead of Lego. But besides that, everything's fine.
Let me know how that turns out.
Yeah,
You can do both.
I got something from my childhood that I valued very much, and I'm pretty happy about this.
Yay.
Yay!
And so I don't do the nostalgia trick that much. Everybody here knows that, but this was definitely like, okay, well, it looks horrible, but
That is the greatest spaceship of all time.
it's the greatest time machine ever.
There was a point for those of us who were in the hobby at the time. I mean, I know you were too, that we went, what the heck is that?
Yeah, but it's all good. I've just been refining some mocks for Brick Rodeo, adding stuff, taking stuff away. I really didn't like their setup of take these pictures and this is the only thing that you can do. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to lie about how big these things are. So I added like 4 inches to everything and was like, okay. And just started building from there. And yeah. So good times with that. Yep. But besides that, got my car fixed. So that's good. I don't know, man. Like I found a pretty lucky Star Wars figure, but I'm going to probably sell, even though I don't really want to, but I found the car track.
Ooh.
Nice. I have the Lego version of that.
I mean, I could make the Lego version of that.
No, the one I got's off of Big Kid Bricks. It's a custom printed job.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
Is that the Crimson Couvert? I couldn't quite see it.
Crimson
No,
Empire.
it's the Crimson
Empire.
Crimson Guard
Oh, yeah.
from Crimson Empire.
The Crimson Corvair was unsafe at any speed. So,
Not to be confused with Red Carnage.
Red Carnage. I hear you.
But so I got the semi truck with the car hauler, and this was the most rewarding part of that build. Like I really liked this car, and looks like a Dodge, but it's not a Dodge, and I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool. So
It's a cool car.
What's the stud count on the width?
6.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to just give everybody props. We went through that whole discussion and what he talked about, and nobody made a joke. I mean, even Gil, although I saw him biting that towel at one point where never mind, I'm not going there. Anyway, so congratulations to everybody. Way to go. All right.
Okay. So I probably wasn't thinking about bad things.
Whatever, Mr. Innocent.
Well, when he said he added 4 inches, about lost my mind.
Oh, see, no, I don't go there.
Chris, I'd like to point out that I did not, in fact, comment on that or do anything in regards to that, and that
I'm
It's not
giving
my fault
positive
all the
reinforcement.
time.
That's what I'm doing. Positive reinforcement.
positive reinforcement. Hey,
Ryan, what's up, man?
Positive reinforcement. Are you kidding? You just take bait, throw it in the trap, and wait for the rest of us to go sniffing around like a dog on a butthole Sunday, man.
You are so accurate with that. It's not even funny how accurate that is.
Butthole Sunday.
Yeah.
I also upgraded the old Space Miner from that CMF series.
Oh, I like that.
Upgraded. Ooh, he's got some serious power drill there.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I like the Next Night armor addition.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, and got a couple of these that I'm doing because I really like this, and I wanted to. I also gave him the Space Marines targeting system.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome face print.
Yeah.
So, got a couple of those, and just having fun with experimenting with figures, and that's about it.
Good deal. Those were some very good off. I wish they would have used those helmets more, maybe remolded them, and that kind of stuff. Because there were some pretty good little one-off space dudes through that CMF line for a while.
Yeah.
And
That Space Miner is hands down my favorite CMF figure.
yeah. Not that you use them very much.
No, not that I don't have very many of them at all. So yeah.
What was that, Mark?
I like when Jeff's camera's in targeting mode.
I know. What was that?
The greatest thing of all time.
I know.
Well,
I'm like,
I usually use the Force, but sometimes I got to kick on my targeting computer, and
I kind of felt like I was looking through the back of Steve Austin's head.
Also an excellent reference.
Yes. Yep. All right. Good deal. All right. So, Pink Wheels, welcome. Good to have you here. It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you today?
Just tired, worn out, lots of work. So going on vacation next week. Not much going on here. Well, yeah. I'll actually be able to build something because I will be on vacation. Well, the building backlog of sets. So
do you pack Lego and take on vacation?
Yeah. So last time we only went for 3 or 4 days, and I think I did the Harry Potter crest, and Brian did half of the Ferrari, and it sat until like 2 weekends ago. And then now we did a couple of friend sets, but I mean we have tons of sets. Like right here ish. So I mean we're driving, so you can bring it.
Cool. So let me ask you a question. Do you then disassemble it and put it back in the box, or how do you transport it home?
Saran wrap.
Oh, okay.
Pack a few extra Sterilite bins, saran wrap them, throw them in a Sterilite bin.
Just tell Natalie she's not allowed to bump into anything in the back seat.
She's fine. She's got her Animal Crossing, or she's watching a movie. She doesn't care. So, and I was sorting some minifigs, a bunch of unsorted minifigs, and I found this guy.
Nice. Captain Rex.
I already have him, but then I was looking at him, and I found that.
Fail.
All right.
oh man, that's a bummer. I love Star Trek.
Put him on the top one.
Pretty much.
That's about it. We have so many sets to build, so that's about it.
What are you doing? Any cons? I know I hadn't talked to you. Are you going to any cons before Alabama?
No, we committed to taking Natalie on vacation this year. Since we didn't take a vacation last summer, we did a staycation, and she's about so done with staycations. I promised I'd take her somewhere this summer, and we just do another Airbnb on a beach because who knows what I booked this back in December, and who knows what COVID was going to be like. So, but
Florida's a hot spot for COVID.
I know, but we just go to the beach.
Hermetically sealed in a bubble.
That's right.
No, we just go to the beach. We don't eat out. Last time we went to for 3 days in spring break, we got a few takeout meals, and the rest of the time we just had dinner in our condo. So that's why I get one with the kitchen. Makes life easier. But that's about it.
Cool.
Not doing any conventions. Yeah, we decided we skipped registering for Brick Fair because it was going to be this weekend or next weekend. This upcoming week or next week for our summer vacation. And I'm just like, back in December, I'm like, I don't know what COVID's going to look like in 8 months. So we opted just to say we'll do Brick Fair Alabama, and Todd very graciously, because he already pre-registered us for Brick Fair Virginia from our last year's from 2020s. And, I just said, listen, we're not coming this year, but go ahead and register us for Alabama. So you already registered us for Alabama for 2022.
Yep. So are we. I'm excited about it. I still hate I missed 2020 before everything shut down. I could have seen Bricksmith, and then, that blew that. So, all right. But anyway, so good deal. All right, but here's a question. Do you, because I do you go clearance shopping on vacation?
It depends. I don't think there's going to be any Targets nearby. There was a Target nearby our spring break place, and there was nothing there. It's on the beach. It has beachy stuff. They don't really focus on having Lego, but I don't know. If we have a rainy day, we might drive over because it's about an hour and a half over to Disney. We might drive over and go there for fun. I don't know.
really make a trip over to Disney Springs and
Springs,
the Lego store.
Can you get me some droids while you're there?
I'm trying to avoid crowds. I don't know. I mean, the weather right now is like every day there's a chance for an afternoon thunderstorm. There's no day that it's just going to deluge. So I don't think we'll go. But if there is a deluge day.
Here's how I can guarantee it will rain on you. If I schedule an outdoor event at church for my work, it will rain because every Wednesday, it's not raining now. It didn't rain Tuesday. It didn't rain Monday, but we have a farmer's market and I'm in charge of it. I am standing out in the thunder and lightning every Wednesday. So if I'm not there, it's not going to rain. I'm just going to tell you right now, you'll be fine. So I promise.
As long as the water is not 71 degrees like it was back in April.
Chris, have you been hearing voices to build an ark or anything because of your rain power, or no?
No, we have good drainage, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Just thought I'd ask.
No worries. Van Wind and I am looking forward to you coming to Brick Fair, Alabama.
So am I. I will be there with my buddy Don.
Jeff EW said he's going to go. And I've heard from Greg Majowski, who's the Space Program on Instagram. He said he's going to go. And I've been trying to lean on Gil and tell him he needs to go, but he's being lame and stuff.
And I think Adrian's even contemplating coming down too, isn't he?
Maybe, but I don't know. He was sort of maybe.
I can tell you that after 6 years without a family vacation, if I were to go and not on a family vacation, Mark, I hope you have the most comfortable couch that side of the
I got a spare room that's not being used right now. So
well,
come on,
I would need it for the foreseeable future.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna throw this out there. You fly down to Birmingham, right? You do the Brick Fair. You pick up the family from the airport, and you go down to the Panhandle and have a nice rest of the week on the beach. Throwing it out.
George Smith.
Gulf Shore.
Yeah, I'll bring my whole family. We'll have this whole Canadian Floridian thing. It'll be great.
I mean, seriously, you can't be more than 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, 5 hours.
Gotcha.
Give or take.
Yeah,
It's right at 4 hours to Tallahassee. So, you go an extra, you go to Jamie's house, and that's 5 hours, and it's Panama City Beach. So, Rick Jams, my friend.
Yeah, I mean,
you just throw it out there. You could make
just throwing it. No, it's a good
idea.
Lives in Jacksonville. It's a hard sell, but it's a good idea.
I hear
it's wintertime. It's going to be wintertime in Canada, and you could say, "Listen, family, who wants to go to the beach in Florida?"
Tell them you're going to L.A. Just don't tell them that refers to Lower Alabama, okay? And
yeah, right.
They have never been to the Mobile Museum of Shipping. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
Good times. Can't go wrong.
I'm telling you, the whole thing is shaped like a giant cargo container. It's amazing.
We've heard. Yes, everybody loves a large rectangle. That's really entertaining. Speaking of, let's just go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us all about that shipping container museum, man. What's up, Matt?
It's actually really fun. There's a simulator where you drive a boat at night, and they're supposed to teach you how to read the lights, but I wasn't really paying attention, so of course I wrecked it in the simulator. And then I tried to see how fast I could get it going, then I wrecked it on purpose. It was a lot of fun. So
then the FBI showed up.
No.
So is that where the guy that flipped the boat off the Atlantic coast learned how to do his shtick?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyways, I don't want to talk about Leo. So let me flip my camera. So I've been blessed on my side of Atlanta to get some video figures. My husband's already claimed the Llama DJ, but the rest of them are mine. And I actually really wanted these clear boxes to use in some kind of postmodernist building or something or other. So
of course you would.
Of course I would. And then I was I was also going to kick around and do a mural for the backside of my bubble gum company, and so I Googled girl blowing a balloon.
Oh dear!
What?
I don't. What?
Hey-o.
Hang it. Whoa! That may not be a good Google search.
Oh, wait till you see the picture.
I don't want to.
I do.
Well, it was this young African American girl with an afro blowing a bubble, and I was like, I'm going to try
hell
that
yeah.
out.
That's very good.
This is what I have right now.
Where's her other eyebrow?
I want to put some other stuff behind it, and I'm still trying to puzzle that out. But I figured,
cool.
I don't know, just something
Very good.
different. And so far, I'm pleased with the look. I feel like the corners, I need something to fill in the space in the corner, at least. And I'm not really quite sure what, but
More bubbles.
More bubbles.
More bubbles.
Good. Well, we've got
or little bubblegum wrap, like bubblegum wrapped up.
we've got
Yeah.
like we could put those kind of bubbles on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make those look like candy with a little wrapper.
Wrappers,
triangle on the side,
a couple of wedge plates for wrappers.
yeah. Mhm.
Ooh, you mean like
That
these kind of
knee?
wedge plates?
Maybe.
Look at that leg.
There you go. There
So
you go.
there- yeah.
Hey, nice socks.
Yeah, it'd be cute.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that. Thanks for the idea, everybody.
that's really cool.
Now my ugly mug. So that's what's going on in my house. And as soon as I get the mural done, this one will go on the table with the other 5 base plates worth of buildings that are ready for the show. So I'm trying to knock these out so I'm not doing stuff at the last second.
Wow, I'm proud of you. How very un-ADD that
Right.
is.
I'm trying not to stay up till 3 a.m. the night before we get in the car. Not that that's ever happened before. No.
That's
no.
cool. That's cool. I for one miss, and I hopefully I'll get back to Virginia again. I love driving up I-81 up the Shenandoah Valley. It is beautiful up that way. So, except you see it all at 70 miles an hour whizzing back past your head, but it's still, you get some really good glimpses of really pretty scenery through there.
70 miles an hour. I thought you drove a Prius.
Well, Jake's out
We're good.
pushing, but not anymore. I drive a Mom UV now. So
He's in the Mom UV squad with me.
right.
We are getting off the highway in North Carolina and taking all back roads up through Southside Virginia, and we're going to stay we're actually going to stay in downtown Lynchburg in a former fire station where the couple lives in one of the bays and the other bay is an Airbnb, and it comes with 2 dogs and a fire engine, and you sleep in the place where the fire engine was. So it's going to be fun.
Cool. That
You
sounds
get to
fun.
use the pole, the fire pole.
I
The
think
pole
if
will
you
get a
don't,
lot of action.
it's not worth
yes.
the stay.
The pole will get a lot of action.
Oh,
Good.
dear.
Good.
I didn't even do that. Don't be blaming me for that one at all. Rick Smith, bring some class to this conversation.
So as you can see, this is a code. If you just go ahead and point your iPhones at it or whatever, you can get to my link tree. So I was building this castle
Really? I'm trying.
right here. Oh, look at that, Dana.
Move over.
Building this
You're
castle.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
There's the
castle.
other way. Go the other way.
Other way.
Trying to read your QR code, you weirdo.
Thanks.
Oh man,
Drawbridge
OnlyFans
made that
next.
What? What happened?
It's not working. Oh, we went back.
Yeah,
Sorry, I think I hit a button.
actually did stuff. So I pushed the castle all the way over here because October will be here tomorrow, and then I decided to work on building a city or a town. It's my little town.
It's October already?
It's going to be very soon. It's like a minute.
Julian, is that a complete custom city that has no sets in it at all?
Completely custom. I built all these things out of my brain, including that elephant. That's a brick built elephant.
Nice.
That's cool.
You're welcome.
Julian, I
Jeff
thought
gave
you were
me the- Jeff got me
moving
his
at
pink
some
hat.
point.
What?
I thought you were moving at some point.
That got canceled. We're going to be here now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go into detail later if you want. Whatever.
Good deal. All right. Tell us where you are on the webs all week this week.
Tomorrow's tons of fun. Saturday I'm off. No, Saturday I got a lug meeting. Sunday, the PBN. And then Monday I am on Brick Time with Brick Blaze. Oh yeah, Sunday night we're playing GTA on Brick Blaze's Twitch channel. Tons of fun is on Jeff McElwee's channel. And then Monday, and that'll be it for Monday. And if Chris will take Lego Masters Tuesday post show, that would be great.
I will
I'll be out of town. And then Wednesday, we're postponing the bill because I will be at a convention. And then Thursday, I will not be making it here.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I got you Tuesday. No problem.
And then Friday will be tons of fun somewhere.
Live from Texas.
There it is.
From Texas. What dates is Brick Radio? Is that Friday? What are the dates?
It's next Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday. Sweet.
And Sunday, right?
I think so, but we're leaving on Sunday.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. That sounds awesome. Nope, no problem. Good deal. I'm not sure how you keep up with all those things, but we will.
Nobody has to.
We'll keep up. Take care of things on Thursday because they are actually airing Brickmasters this week. Because who knows? They haven't been lately.
Well, Brittany asked me. She asked me today. She says, "What are we doing? Are we doing anything Saturday?" I said, "No. Why?" She says, "Because Dana says there's a lug meeting we got invited to."
Yeah.
So is it the internet, or Is it the internet, or are we going to Georgia?
Oh no, it's virtual.
Okay.
Yeah. Now September.
Ooh.
August. No, wait. September.
Yeah.
We are doing a physical meeting third Saturday in September.
Nice.
So
Where?
the old library again.
Yay!
So September 18th at the library.
September 18th at the library.
What library?
I will post it in
The East Cobb Library?
the East Cobb Library.
East Cobb Library.
Yep. I will send you map directions to that.
Okay.
And if you
What time is your lug meeting on Saturday?
2:30 to 4:30.
Well, I got that friend that wants to join, so I think maybe you should give him an invite, and then
Come and join. It'll be exciting. It'll be exciting.
Well, I got to go on Saturday to my own lug meetings. And never.
Oh, good. That's only 4.5 hour drive. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So exciting. I'm glad they're only once a month.
Hello, Mr. Blue. Good to have you joining us today. That's awesome.
I will try and rally the troops and make it a group effort to get up there.
For September? I was hoping that you would because it was enough advance notice.
I can tell you me and the missus are probably 99% sure we're going, and then I'll see about the other boys.
Now, the sad thing is that Sunday Atlanta Brick Company is another meet and greet with Mark and Chris. Or Mark and
I already met them.
The day after.
Okay, I want to know on the back of their cards why it says their weaknesses are things other than Nexo Knights.
They were
I put it out there to Instagram. Neither of them replied.
I don't know. I think fame's going to their head a little bit, if you ask me. But you know,
I mean, I thought that was your personality.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
I couldn't get Mark to do his work when we were there the other day. It's like, get to work and stop talking to people about Lego Masters. God.
That's what you should have done in line to get their autograph. Walk up and go, "Hey, you got 5 of these pieces. I need you to go to the back and look for."
That's what I'll say,
Brett. Good deal, Mr. Sandlin. What's up in your world, man?
Not a whole lot. I did manage to score some Walmart sales, so I got this for 50% off.
Nice.
I'm getting you $1 for it.
I got this for 25% off.
Not bad.
That's cool.
And I don't know what I want to do with them yet. I don't know if I can't figure out if Small Paul is into Harry Potter enough to make it worth opening those and building them. If he would I don't know if he would play with those or if they would just sort of sit and.
How old is Paul again?
He's 9.5.
He's close, man. He might discover Harry Potter in the next year or two. So you might
now we've already reached peak Potter and we've calmed down.
Well,
Dana, did you think I was waiting until he was a teenager or something? Or
no.
He's already seen all of the movies, and he has a plush Hedwig in his room. And
all right.
I got a plush Hedwig, right? Oh no,
Hedwig and the Angry Inch, really?
We've read at least the first couple of books, and
Yeah. Heck, you made it past more books than Natalie made it. She got bored in the middle of book 2.
That girl with books, she's a hit or miss, isn't she?
I don't know.
It's got to have pictures.
So anyway, I don't know if what I'm trying to gauge is whether there's enough interest left over for Harry Potter after we have dragons, we have Godzilla, we've Marvel's always in the rotation, and I don't know if there's enough space in there for Harry Potter. So
that's true. Poor kids.
Did you say space?
Space.
I always say space.
We've trained you well, Julian.
Good job, Julian. We're proud of you.
It was what year was it, Chris? Was it 2005 Brickfest that Larry Piniatzek was trying to talk about the actual event? He was part of the planning team, and he kept trying to talk about some of the rooms that they had, and every time he said space, a dozen of us in guys, you'd hear this space. And after a while, Larry he started trying to come up with
different words,
synonyms for space without saying space.
Then the magic show started.
Oh,
that was 2006.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There were many magic shows.
That was horrible.
It was awful.
Good time.
We'll explain that later. Hey, Seth Land, good to have you here. No,
We're not
we try to remember
the magic show any further.
We try to forget it. Yes, that is true. Richard James, Rich remembers. It was so weird and so awkward for poor Christine because she's just kind of standing there, like I got to cut this guy off, but I don't want to, and it was awful, so awful.
It's kind of like an episode of Old Gray Bricks.
Yeah, like this moment in Old Gray Bricks, right. We got some folks joining us here. Brick Bunnies TV is here. Brickingham's Den is here. And just by the way, for those of you tuning in, it's probably starting in August. We're going to move this to 8 and do it for an hour, 8 to 9. And we're going to, so both shows, Monday and Thursday, will be 8 to 9. Which this one would lead up into Boone Show and everything like that. So
I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it.
That's a programming note for all of y'all out there. So
this just in.
It was at the Arlington School. What? Anyway, I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, Dana, what's up in your world, man?
Well, so I don't know if you guys saw that we were, last week I think I mentioned I was doing a mock challenge for the lug. And so I was doing a little vignette, which a piece fell off.
Well, that's
sorry for that.
Man down.
But so I finished the orange box.
Orange, oh nice.
Yeah, that thing's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Little
space
gladiator type dude running from the orange pumpkin creatures that are chasing him down the corridor. So I was happy with that. And then
a dream you had?
What's that?
Was that a dream you had?
No, actually, I got this little bit of inspiration from you.
Oh, great. Thanks.
I heard it from you, Dad.
And then so the whole thing, and I was like, this was kind of cool. It was quick. It was 3, and I think I maybe spent like 3 hours on that thing by the time it was finished and done. I'm like, this was kind of cool, and the habitats and symbols. So I thought, well, what do I do for the white one? And I found, was going through my minifigure accessories, and that was kind of the inspiration. Like the inspiration for that was the orange minifigure, all the pieces I could smash onto him to make him some sort of gladiator dude. And so I thought, well, what would I do for the white? And the surfboard stuck out to my head, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted to do like a curved wave type thing. So I went ahead and created a little. Now the video on this is probably bad. but
You need
little
some
surfer
professional
dude
lighting.
doing the using the 1x2 brick or 1x2 plate and a stud to make the curve happen naturally, which was kind of fun. I'd always wanted to try that, so that was kind of do. And then today I had a couple conference calls, and I got woken up early, but then I took a nap, and then I felt, and then so I was working in studio, and I threw something together that I thought might work, and I pulled the pieces together, and I've been building it while we've been talking. So here's number 3.
Gray. Oh, nice.
Oh.
I went with
Like one of the Doctor Who dudes.
Well, no,
Actually,
actually,
who does all the colors? What are we supposed to do?
Right.
you don't repeat. You can repeat colors.
Azure.
I don't know if
You
you've
left
seen, but there's
Azure.
this lady out there who did she did 38 monochrome habitats in different colors.
There isn't 38.
38. Yeah, it was like 38 or something like
It's
that.
got to be 37, right, Jeff?
In a row?
Thank you.
Anyway. So yeah, no, it's got a, I mean, actually, I was kind of channeling a little bit of just Warrior Angel Guild. And I gave her, I kind of been watching Supernatural, so I kind of gave her the same kind of spear that they've been doing for the angel weapons, and gave her a shield. And
it looks
I
a
didn't
little like
realize
I don't really know Doctor Who very well, but it's those angels
The
that
weeping
move
It is
when you blink.
absolutely
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
yeah, the weeping angel statues is like what it's called. The episode is called Blink, and
Yeah.
one of the best episodes of Doctor Who, hands down, for sure.
Look, the
Um,
only time travel I accept from a phone booth is Bill and Ted's, not some guy claiming to be a doctor.
Strange things are fun.
a
That's what they
police
say, Jeff. Yeah. And so when I was putting this thing together, I did a quick because every time I do something, if I do it digitally, I'll throw it in a brick link so I can pull down all the pieces as an inventory, so I can pull out of my inventory real quick. And it came up, and I checked, and it says like the value of what this mock would be, and I was like, $60? What the heck? Well, I didn't realize that these little Norbert dragons, brand new, go for like, can average like $15 a piece. And I was like,
Really?
oh, well, that's something.
Oh,
I mean, you
wow.
can get them used for like 5 to 10 or something like that. But I was kind of like, really? That's kind of interesting. So yeah, Harry Potter Norbert dragons are kind of pricey. But one quick thing before I move on to this old Rick set of the week. The cool thing about these habitats,
Week.
early, spoiler.
Week. Oh.
So
is
weak.
that you can stack. I mean, they stack really nicely,
That's cool.
and that's what I'm looking forward to when the lug does theirs, or it'll just be mine. That
If you have this space, it'll be yours.
is that we when I put them in the display case at the Lego store, it'll have a really cool feel to it with all these different colors in the blocks, and I think it's going to look really cool, and I really hope. I mean, they've got it's the 15th. They've got 16 more days to finish their mocks, so I'm really hoping that the lug participates.
When do you get them? Like, when do we give them to you?
Well, see, Julian, this is one of the drawbacks of being so far away is that, like one of our members in Savannah, he would have to mail them to me, and he has mailed me mocks in the past so I can put them on display.
Yeah.
So if you finish something and you want me to display it, you can ship it to me, and then I will hold on to it and give it to you back at some later date.
Okay. All
So
right.
that is up to you guys if you would like to do that.
So when do you need it by?
I would need them by a full day, which is August, the second weekend in August.
Okay.
Yeah,
Second
give or
week.
take. Give or take. So yeah, if you got something, sling it my way, and I will make sure it gets in the display.
All right.
Other than that, I'm working on another build for Bricker Builds. I love the fact that they used red for the interior filler space.
Oh man.
But this is another Pokemon. It's going to be the Eevee. EEVEE, I guess is what it is. Really looks. I mean, the instructions. She looks really cute, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. I hope to probably get it done sometime next week because they're going to need it for when they go to Brick Fair, Virginia. Because Bricker Builds will be there. The Pikachu I did is going to be there. The Rex helmet that James is doing from North Point will be there. This Eevee will be there. Maybe Matthew will finish the Vader plush to get sent there too. Time will tell. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's what I've got working on. But with no further ado, so we can get this done in less than 45 minutes of intro time. Let's go to this great state of the week.
Week.
Old great big set of the week.
I think
And
you
this
just
one
pulled a
goes
muscle.
out to because I did watch even though I wasn't on Monday, and I forgot to tell you what I was doing on Monday. But we'll talk about that later. So I heard you guys talking about you had Moto on, and he was talking about Friendtron. So this is for Friendtron reference. And we've got the 6833 Beacon Tracer. This Old Gray Brick set of the week. Space theme of Mtron from 1990. This little set came with a whole 40 pieces and one minifigure. You got a retail price for a whole whopping $3. I wish in 1990 I had just bought up a snot load of these for $3. Used price, of course, today it'll run you about $12. If you can find one in the box, it'll run you around $65.
Wow.
Why is it cool? Trans neon green, first and foremost, because it's got all sorts of great trans neon green pieces in this. The whip antenna, the canopy, the dishes, the cones, you name it, it's got it in there. Secondly, printed parts. You got that slope with the yellow lines on it. You got the classic 1x2 computer panel, which I think is probably one of my favorite printed pieces of all time. It just fantastic. And of course, we all know I love the big fat rubber tires. So that's definitely a cool point. And then last but not least, M-Tron!
When are you cover something from Boinktron?
Boinktron?
No, Bonktron. It's Bonktron, and no.
So again, this week's Old Gray Big set is 6833, the Beacon Tracer. And if you want to see something kind of cool for a second, hang on. I don't know. We're going to go to my screen. Yeah, I got icons all over my desktop. But let's see.
How many windows do you have open, though?
Not a whole lot of windows. Let's see what's going to happen here. Will this open up? Will it let me? Maybe I got to open it with.
This is fascinating.
I know, it's crazy. Hang on. It'll get better.
Wow, it looks like a tan piece of fabric draped on the desktop.
Matt, quick, start talking to us about maps or something.
That's awesome.
With friends like you guys, I'm surprised the reason I didn't show up on Monday. That being said, Monday I did miss you guys because I was cheating on you. I was doing a podcast called Dads. Now, granted, even though I'm not a dad, but the podcast is called Dads with Nerdy Ambitions.
Sorry.
I was talking about Lego and Dragon Con and the 501st and all sorts of fun stuff. It was a really good time. So if you're into podcasts and you want to go take a look, check that out. And then Hoopa also referenced me to a podcast today. I don't have it up anymore, but it was pretty good. And there was a guy who was interviewing a guy who's called can't even remember his name, so I'm doing a really bad job of this today.
This is some fantastic information.
I know, I got great content.
Whoever's name was the guy.
I thoroughly love to hear the sound of my own voice. But there's a guy who does furniture on Instagram, or brick built furniture, and he does a YouTube channel and does reels. He lives in Atlanta, and he's a part of he's part of the Peach Slug Facebook group, not the members page, but the regular Facebook group. And then the guy who was doing the interview with him from Connecticut, he's moving to Atlanta. So we've got at least 2 more members that we can get to come shows with us that I'm all excited about. So I'm reaching out to them, and maybe we can even get them to join the stream with us a couple times and see what's going on. So,
hey, by the way, just talking lug, I know we have an official meeting in September. What if we tried to get some sort of just unofficial but get together on that day that we usually meet online or something, like at a restaurant or something?
Oh, you mean that day or the day or the month before?
Or in August, do just impromptu.
Are you talking about another AFOL meetup day?
Well, we do have another AFOL day in the early August. So, I'm fine with meeting up for AFOL day again.
Wait. Terminator is searching for something here. Hang on.
I was going to say Skynet's online.
Skynet's online.
Hey, Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Was that Kite Man, by the way?
Yeah.
Captain Kite or whatever his name is. Yeah, Kite Man.
No, it's Kite Man. I mean, if you haven't watched the Harley Quinn, if you haven't watched the Harley Quinn cartoon, which is definitely Jeff and Dana material, it's entertaining, and Kite Man actually is kind of entertaining. He's a little annoying at first, but he grows on you, and he grows on Ivy too. Or is it Ivy grows on him, Jeff? Jeff's being good.
It's very entertaining. The show is funny. So one thing that I forgot about the Batman movie sets was that they changed how the cowl and face works. They gave it the black headband. It doesn't matter. You see the black headband?
Yep.
But on everything else, it's the white headband, and I really wish they would have stuck with this rather than what they're doing now. So that's it. A little bit of commentary for no reason.
We haven't bought a lot of Batmans, I don't think. Especially I think the last Batman Jake really cared about. Well, no, we got that Batmobile that came with a really good Gotham City police car. I think we got that one. We got that Batmobile, but that was the last one. Really good build.
Didn't you buy the Batman 66 Batmobile?
Oh yeah, we did that. But that's I don't remember.
You have to remember he's over 50, Jeff.
This bald head ain't lying. So anyway, so one of the things, speaking of Batmobiles and vehicles, what a segue. Just what spurred this, I was watching another show. They were talking about and looking at the new VW bus, and the person was quite annoyed that the new VW bus, which looks pretty okay, is bigger and not into scale with the previous VW bus, which seems like it would have been easy to do and easy to accomplish with the brick. So then if you go back and there's a prop.
You said you were talking about cars.
The best part, if you don't know, dear viewer, that is a well-used and worn probably every weekend helmet for Pink Wheels and what she does outside of her Lego hobby, which is super awesome. So anyway, it is annoying, and it will be annoying if you have the original. Well, it may not be. I don't know. It would be to me to have the first VW bus and then the sequel to the VW bus, the next model, but they're not really in scale with each other. And then you've got the Technic cars, which are super humondo, but none of them are in scale with each other. And then you can then start even peeling this all the way back to. Go ahead.
Here on the Technic supercars, they were all the same scale. I want to say up to, was it the Senna McLaren, and that went to like the Econo. I call it the Econo size. But all the other ones, the Porsche, the Scion, the Bugatti, those are the same size. But then there's what I call the Econo ones, which is the GT3 RS, and the Ferrari, which are slightly smaller, and then the Senna is even smaller.
What about the Corvette? Is that even the Technic Corvette?
The Corvette, I think, is the same size of the GT3 RS and the Ferrari.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yes, they're making them in different sizes. But I think the way that they would say it is that all of the $300 supercar sets. So if you're one of those people that I have to have all of the supercars, those are all on the same scale.
I don't want you to stop, but I really at the moment feel like Matt is talking about maps. just saying it. I don't want to kill the conversation, but I just feel
and here a lot of letters going by my head. I didn't know what they were.
No, but she's right though. There needs to be I wish that there was a standard for the cars. Like even in like town now, we've got the new base plates and the new road plates, but like I put the Speed Champions Batmobile on there, the one that I built, not the one that was sent to me because that one's I don't know where that is and I don't really care. Anyway, moving right along. I used that and it was too big with the other cars. Like even the new Speed Champions won't fit on these new road base plates because they're 8 across. So it's like, I wish there was a standard that was for the guys that like the models and for a guy that, or woman that likes, the cars in general. Like the tow truck that's coming, the pickup truck that's coming out, that looks like it'll be in line with the VW that just came out. But like what? Give us a standard, please.
Yeah, because like in models,
the putting the old and old gray bricks, there used to be a standard. It was called 4 wide, and town used to be all 4 wide stuff.
Yep.
And at some point in the last probably decade or so, that got broken into all of these random various sizes of things that don't go together. And
what's really weird, like there's that 2-car racing set that's out now, which is technically like 5 wide because it's like 4 and then fenders, right? So yeah.
It's all the adventurers' fault. When they made that 2-seater piece for those guys to sit in that little old-timey car, it all went to crap after that. It's all that. No.
Well, if you think that, like, personally, when it comes to like building my little city that I've got going on, I'm gonna stick with 6 wide because that seems to be big enough, and that seems that I can and manageable. Like building a normal car in 6 wide, not a big deal. Anybody can do that. It's simple. But when it comes to like adding superhero stuff to it, like I want to add the Batmobile and like Robin's car that I built a couple weeks ago. That's a lot of toning and changing and going, damn it, how do I make this work? Because you want to make the Batmobile something special. You want to make the superhero cars something special. But you're a little limited when it comes to 6 wide. Not super limited, but a little limited. And it gets nerve-wracking.
However, one thing that's good though with the 4 wide, and this is the thing I think that Lego used to do a lot better, is that the 4 wide could interact with all the different environments, right? Could interact with all the garages, like all the things that it did, like they would all work together, right? But now when you have the 6 wide or 8 wide, they look great by themselves and they kind of scale to one another, which is fine. But as far as interacting with like other buildings, things like that, it's janky. It doesn't work as well.
Agreed.
So I will say this about the new DW Plus is that you do get a new canopy.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than the Ghostbusters one. Yeah,
But Matt, can you pull a map out and teach us how to drive or where we can go on this VW? No, please.
Not today. He's not in the map room.
Come on, man.
yeah. By the way, and then you can get Pigsy's vehicle, which is like 27 wide here, and
Well, it is a pig car.
It is a giant pig car.
it is true.
But you know what, though? I mean, because my frustration with Lego cars in general has always been that you could only have you could only fit one minifigure in to drive it. I mean, you got Emmett's car makes sense because it's a mini and only Emmett can drive it. But most of the first round of Speed Champions, you got a single cockpit driver. It's like he's driving a Formula One racer, but it's a stock car.
Yeah.
So that's always bugged me, and so I don't mind the increase to the size because that was the only way I was going to be able to make the Jeep to fit me and my wife in it. Otherwise, I'd have been getting the guilt trip of like, sure, you built a Jeep, but it only fits you in it. This at least allowed me to put 2 people in it to drive it. So I'm fine with the 8 wide myself.
you out, Bricksmith?
Goodbye. I love you.
See you, man.
Hey, man.
No, really, nobody? Okay, a heart. I'll take a heart.
I give you a big old kiss, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, I love all of that. Thank you.
So the thing about the double wide stuff is the gift with purchase turquoise car. I don't know how many people got that, but that was a great example of a car not looking like total garbage and only being 6 wide at the same time. Like,
Correct.
it would have been nice if they would have done that, like more with the Speed Champions this round. But I also understand details and yada shmada. So it's just get it together. That's all I'm saying. Get it together.
Yeah, the pig car from the diner was pretty good too. And that's a 6 wide car.
Yeah. But if you're like a car collector, you're buying the Mustang, you're buying the truck, you're buying the Batmobile, you're buying the Ghostbusters vehicle.
What about the Porsche?
The Porsche, okay, the Porsche,
The
yeah.
911?
They're not in scale together. I mean, it's like, I've got in my office, I've got a bunch of Enterprise models, the A, the whatever, D. Yeah. They're not in scale, and it drives me absolutely nuts because the JJ Prize is so much bigger than the other ones, but the dishes are all the same size, and it bothers me that way because I knew you were going to do it. Look at it right there. Oh, it fell over, but. Are those are to scale, correct? Oh, there you go.
No, that one's not.
These are to scale. These are 1/1500th scale, and the reason I bought these models, and I haven't worked on them in forever. I put a decal on the Refit Enterprise, but the reason I bought these is they're all 1/1500th scale. And there's the E. So these are all to scale, and I understand what you're talking about because it is very, very difficult to find a series of things released for, like, especially sci-fi stuff where everything is the same scale. Similarly, I bought some of the X-Wing game miniatures because these are pretty much to scale. They may not be exact, but they're pretty close.
They're pretty close.
Yeah.
So there's, like, the TIE Fighter, and these look really nice. They're already painted and everything. Which is great.
They are phenomenal. I'm a big fan of those.
These, they're ready to go. So there's the Darth Vader TIE Fighter, and so yeah, they. I really like these X-Wing miniatures because they're done. I don't have to work on these, even though I don't mind modeling. I've done some modeling, but these are good. But yeah, that's the thing that I really like it when all my vehicles are the same scale because it just, it's nice. It's nice when the stuff looks the way it does on the screen, or
Well, I will say the ones we display are the supercars, and then that one level below it, I call it the cheap supercars, or what do they call it? The economy scale down, like Star Wars stuff. However, all the Star Wars vehicles are getting less and less complex and smaller. So it's like that.
Something.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't bother me because I take the GT3 RS and the Ferrari are at my office. And the rest of them we display here and there, and they're the same scale. But yeah, I don't know.
Meredith, I really look forward to you and my wife getting to know each other because, again, in a room full of guys, it's the girl who knows more about cars. Because that's usually my wife. We were at a party one time, and the neighbor. I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to scale your masculinity there for a second. But we were at a party one time, and the neighbor came over, and he had a big muscle car, and so everybody went over there, and they're all kind of oohing and on, and my wife just casually goes, "Is that an Edelbrock manifold?" And like every jaw in the room dropped, and that was even including the 90% of the guys who were like, "What's an Edelbrock manifold?" So you were doing justice to the you're talking the talk.
You know what the most fun thing is if you go to a car show, we've tested this in many circumstances, and even if you have nothing done to your car, if you pop open that hood, people will come look at it and ask questions, and it could be. It's just you, anyways. But the thing is that the Technic cars, if you look at them, they have the transmission, they have the faux engine in it, and obviously the supercars, that's why they cost $300. Usually they're like $350.
Yeah.
Because when you put it together, there's the transmission, you can move the shifter, there's differential on it. There's all those yes, it's an actual car model. And then we didn't buy the Senna, but I can't imagine. I think it was the Senna and the Corvette were about $80, $70-$80. I noticed when you go down from the supercars to the cheap, like the GTRS, which is only $130, there's no transmission in it. It's just a shell with a little bit of an engine in four wheels. That's it. It doesn't have any other details.
It's kind of like a UCS version versus a standard minifigure version versus a mini scale version. So or for that matter, the chibi version.
I think Technic does it okay, but then you go over to we got the 911, and it doesn't match up with anything we have in the Technic scale.
Yeah. Well, you just brought that up because Lego released today the UCS whatever that thing is.
Republic Gunship.
The Republic Gunship. There.
Use your words.
Clone ship.
Use your words.
Clone transport.
It's a prequel thing.
It is. So, but it's out of scale with the Falcon. It's out of scale with the A-Wing. The A-Wing is way out of scale to everything. Is that bothersome? That's bothersome to me. I would if they're going to do all the UCS things, they should try to do it in scale. I really think they should.
No, because if they
Oh,
did it
Matt,
in
Matt, Matt,
scale-
Preach it, Matthew. Preach it. I know where he's going, so
if
preach
they,
it.
If they did it in scale, it would be unaffordable. It would never get made. So all this like about scale, if you want it, one of the reasons I got into Star Wars Lego is that in the action figure scale, it has to be action figure scale, and they are never ever going to make a Death Star, and they're never going to make a transport. They're never going to make that stuff in scale because it's just too big. We're never going to get a Republic gunship in action figure.
So, okay, so how about this? How about if they don't do it to scale, that's fine. But how about they don't make this Republic gunship so boring? It is the most boring looking build I've seen, man. Like when you saw on Brickset or whatever, they took the last couple minifig scale versions. They look good. They look clean. They look nice. They look really great. Like I really like how they put them together because I really like that design of ship. It's one of the few prequel ships I really like. But then this UCS thing, I'm like, it just looks like a house of plates and it's dull. And I'm like, oh man, that's no
So the
fun.
thing that pisses me off the most about this gunship, like I looked at it and I went, okay, that looks, it looks neat, it looks great, it's got all the bubbles. And I'm looking at things and I'm going, this is fantastic, I love it. No Jedi Bob, not for Jeff.
Hey, by
Well
the way,
spoken, Jeff. Well
we have
spoken.
not acknowledged we have two new guests here. Moto has been waiting patiently here. Hey, Moto, how are you today?
I can't stay long, but it was my son's birthday, so I wore him out, and I didn't have to do playtime. So I'm
I thought
here
you were at the
to
movies.
support you. What was that?
I said on Facebook it said you were at the movies, so I didn't think we'd see a Moto sighting.
Well, I don't post from the movie theater. I wait till I get home afterwards.
Dana only stalks you a little.
Yeah,
Every step
yeah.
you take, every move you make, Dana will be there
Well,
watching.
way to stalk and then mention that you're a Moto stalker online. That's really awesome.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I
What's up in your
don't
world,
mind.
Moto?
I mean, it's cool. At least as long as you don't co-opt my photograph for your own profile image on Facebook, that's the next level extra right there.
That is
Who would
creepy.
do that?
Is
But
very
I get
creepy.
confused sometimes and I see it pop up and I'm like, did Julian post something or did Moto post something in Instagram?
I think we need to have an intervention for Julian because it's time he needs to go back to his own.
He did. He reverted back. The way you could tell is the evil bearded version was Julian's.
Negative.
He was like the
universe.
inverse Spock versus the normal Spock.
Well, if you notice that Julian wears a locket, don't ask what's in the locket.
Who's got the other half of your BFF locket?
I'm not wearing a locket. Oh, I also have a farmer too. But no, I'm not wearing a locket.
Look at that flash.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
more of Moto than I've ever seen.
That's a look at that farmer stand.
That's right. Hey, where'd you get the shirt, by the way? I like it.
That is cool.
It's another T Public.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Dig it.
I haven't worn
Dig it.
this one in a while, but I do like it. I mean, that's pretty on brand for me. It has to be swooshable, right?
Gotta be swooshable.
Got to be swooshable.
I dig
That's
it.
awesome.
I dig it.
And we have another. How you doing, man? John Rudy is here with us. How are you doing today? Rain,
Another-
not raining.
Another somebody who knows what.
Whatever, Mister. Whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
You're resident history geek, right?
It's Howard. Howard is here. How you doing, Howard?
John, how's
Jeez.
Country Time Jamboree coming along?
I'm working on it. Working on it. Give me time. Give me time. No, I'm not working on it at all.
I figured as much.
Yeah, life goes. So, but I've been packing up for Brick Fair and getting stuff into boxes. So I'm not rushing the day before, which is out of character for me and actually feels pretty good because
I'm rubbing off on you.
So.
Hey, take that somewhere else. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, leaving it.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice to John, Matthew. You haven't met him in person yet.
Yeah, come on. Look at
Don't freak him out for another couple weeks.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah, so-
he's getting ready ahead of time like I am. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna freak anybody out.
So T minus 2 weeks. So
That's right.
we'll be Brick Fair. Hopefully, maybe a few of us can join the stream from.
That would be cool.
I totally hope you guys can, because I know that I'm looking forward to when we do Brick Fair Alabama, that it's going to be a Old Gray Bricks live from Brick Fair.
Except Todd's too cheap to buy internet for us at the thing, so we'll have to sit in the hotel lobby. So
I'll bring a hotspot. I've had to work from the convention floor before. We can do it from the floor.
Bring a hotspot. There's an ointment you can put on that.
Well, I get a shot every so often.
If you convince Natalie, she'll let me use our hotspot as well. But sometimes she has to break out her tablet, and she gets all ticked off when I use my phone at the same time and it starts slowing down. Mom, get off your phone! I need your internet.
She needs a QoS on that thing so that she gets better bandwidth than you.
Oh me!
I'm trying to dial in.
I do envy y'all that's going to Virginia. It's been a long time. So what was that, Mark? Mark, what are you saying?
I was saying my child does not know that you can tether things to a phone.
And hopefully he's not watching this.
He is blissfully unaware of this.
So let's see. I think it was last summer. We went to the beach and Jake said, "Hey, can I use the hotspot to play Fortnite?" I'm like, "Sure." And like 20 minutes later, I get a notification that I have burned through my bandwidth. And I'm like,
the 2nd of August.
And he's like, "Oh, I was doing an update." And it's like a 6 gig update or some crap like that, pouring through my phone into his game. And I'm like, "You're killing me, kid."
Wait. How do you not have an unlimited plan?
Well, the hotspot star stuff, I have unlimited, but the hotspot does have a throttle on it after a certain amount of time.
Gotcha.
Apparently that Fortnite, it did it. So.
The Fortnite.
The Fortnite.
Like the Discord.
That's right, and the Fortnites. All right, so let's get back to that. We were saying, though, by the way, that the certain Star Wars things need to be in scale. But it does kind of bother me, and I understand you're not going to get a Death Star in the same scale as your X-Wing. But the X-Wing and the A-Wing and the B-Wing and the Y-Wing could be in the same scale and look really good as UCS sets. Discuss.
You also need
I don't
a
believe
certain
so.
scale for the parts to fit together for the curvy bits.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Meredith, you're muted.
I gotta put the boss to bed, aka my child.
I was waiting for you to have something profound to say, but anyway.
You're going to yell at me.
I'm gonna throw out something that's really blasphemy, and then I'll leave you all. I like the smaller Millennium Falcon versus the UCS because I can get it down and play with it with my child. The UCS just sits there and collects dust.
Yes.
It's a model.
Yeah.
It's not a toy, it's a model.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who did we lose? We lost
Jeff.
We lost Jeff. Okay.
But at the same time, we can load up Boba Fett's Slave 1, put Han in there, put Boba in there. It's still kind of swooshable. It's a little big, but you can't do anything with the Millennium Falcon. It's like even the space in the new one, like, oh, there's like one little area you can put minifigs. To me, it's just so big and so, yeah.
And this almost speaks volumes to the fact that you guys parted out to do that massive.
Oh, Brian did it.
Oversized UCS Ghost, which is on scale with the UCS Falcon.
But it has play area.
It does. But again, it's massive.
I know.
It's massive, which is part of the reason why Brian hasn't built it, right?
Probably part of the reason we haven't built it. But we have built Rich Boy J's
Star Destroyer?
No, Razor Crest.
Razor Crest. Okay.
Top of it.
Didn't you say that thing was fragile as all get out?
It's fragile as all get out. And I love Rich Boy J, but the brick bending they did on the sides, if you push too hard on the top of it. But if he made that strong, and I think he has updated it, I just haven't looked because you get free updates. I haven't looked at it.
Right.
That set, if it was stronger, it would be a great play set because you can open it up. There's spots to put stuff. Anyways, I think UCS can be done, but it doesn't. It's just hard to keep it in a scale that you still can have it as a model and maybe as something that's a little bit more interactive versus that UCS Millennium Falcon. It's just like You can't do anything with it.
As Chris would call it, a destination set.
Yeah.
Destination Industrial.
I will leave you all with that blasphemy, and I will say goodnight.
No. Hug Natalie from Mulberry Bricks for us.
Not wrong, Meredith. You're not wrong.
No, you're not. You're not.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Chris, though, I'm gonna take some umbrage with what you said, because as one of the local academics with the other one up here,
Was that a character in Harry Potter? Was that her name?
Yeah, exactly. I had to go footnote this. I had to go look up the lengths, like the lengths of the ships, and so A-wings are roughly 22 feet long. X-wings are roughly 44 feet long. And Y-wings are roughly 77 feet long.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize a Y-wing was that much larger than an X-wing.
Don't even get into B-wings. B-wings are massive.
Yeah, B-wing is massive, yeah.
And if they wanted to do a bomber, good luck.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it is they're trying to create a highly detailed model first, then jettison the scale, which I think is a good headspace, because an A-wing compared to like a B-wing or even the Falcon, for crying out loud, the Falcon is massive compared to some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then how would you do a UCS Star Destroyer?
Exactly.
The
scale, right? The fact that they're doing a Death Star, I mean, you could never, we've seen some cool Lego Death Stars at conventions. There's no conventional way for someone to sell something like that to a consumer. It's just not possible.
Great. All right. Then that point is made. Star Wars, yes. Cars, why is it hard then? The wheels, there's like 6 sizes of wheels. I mean, they can make any size wheel, make a standard wheel, and build a freaking car around it, and make them all the same size.
Chris, I think you're being a little obtuse here for a moment. There are way more than 6 sizes of wheels.
I got drawers full that I can tell you.
I know. My wheels.
That's a good trivia question. How many sizes of wheels are there?
So many tires. Don't even mention the tires that Mark and I got from when we got a Lego pole for our set, and I ordered these big tires and then the wrong part, so I don't have hubs for them.
So I was going to say this earlier, and Mark was kind of alluding to it in the scale of the Star Trek models, is that there's a scale. I mean, even if you think about model sets, whether it's Gundam or Cars or whatever, they have a scaled size. And yeah, you may have different scaled sizes, but they're freaking consistent. Mm-hmm. And with Lego, with Cars, it's a crapshoot.
In the end of the day, part of that is due to the fact that the minifig itself is not human scale.
Well, that's true.
Okay, so if you go back down and you look at the scale that they're dealing with, ultimately they have to deal with the minifig, which, by the way, if we were walking around like minifigs, would be super wide, front to back thin. But no, you'd be very front to back. You'd be very thin, and then you'd be super wide, and you'd probably have to. It's just the dimensions are all weird.
Yeah,
and
minifig scale.
So ultimately, the figure is much wider than it should be, and that's why I'm a big fan of mini dolls. Is they actually are closer to a representation of scale of human form. If you really want to make vehicles. The svelte little suckers will fit in just perfectly side by side and go on a little tour in their car.
It's especially if someone super glued your knees and your ankles together.
All right, so the mini dolls are not perfect, Gil. Thank you for pointing that out, because minifigures don't bend at the knees either, but at least they can swivel their legs from direction to direction.
Yours don't? You're doing it wrong.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, just don't ask them to throw a javelin in the Olympics, right? Yeah. Or they're great fly fishermen because you always have to lock your wrists, so they're great at fly fishing. But if you want to yeet something, it's.
Did you just say yeet something?
Yeah.
Oh man,
you don't yeet something? You've never yeeted something?
Moto's hep with the kids, yo.
He's hep, dude. He's hep, yo.
He's been
on fleek, bro. I've got my swooshable shirt on.
He's on the TikTok, man.
I'm not just on the ticks and the talks. I'm on the TikTok.
With the hip
By the way-
in the house. And man, we're going down an
I diverge.
yeah.
We should get off of this topic right now. Hit the ejection seat.
All right. Can we all also say we should that Technic should have never gotten rid of the Technic figs, and if they would have kept Technic figs and kept Technic stuff at Technic fig scale, that would be pretty darn amazing. But I mean,
I caught the Monday episode and I loved Moto's whole entourage of Jack Stone and then bringing in the Technic figures. I think if Technic figures had held out, I would probably be a space Technic junkie if that had happened, because
Well, you can just get a Cyber Fighter Technic figure, and it's perfect. It's ready to go for any Cybertron-y futuristic stuff.
But again, it's a niche. You know,
it's so niche. It's very niche. Yeah,
yeah, it's so obscure that it'd be kind of cool, but trying to find the pieces and trying to build an armada and yada whatever. But yeah, if they had kept those figures, they'd have been golden. They'd been golden.
yeah. By the way, that was a Southernism, and anywhere else is niche. In the South, it's niche. That's one of them niche products right there. I mean, so.
Oh, we crossed so many boundaries in that
Like
whole thing.
going swimming down at the creek.
What's wrong
Getting
with that?
some crayfish.
Yeah.
No,
They're
them
not, aren't they
crawdads,
crawdads? Crawfish, craydads? I don't know.
Oh, I did that on purpose. That's okay.
crawdads. But yeah, I mean, if I remember getting the Technic figure going, dude, this has got more points of articulation than the regular action figures. They ankle pivot.
Well, let's truly admit what they are. The Technic figure is a crash test dummy.
Totally.
That's what it is. You put in your Technic vehicle, and it will show you the exact point of collision and how messed up you would get if you hit a wall at 35 miles an hour without a seatbelt.
Now, was Model Team roughly at the same scale as the Technic figures, though? So there you've got system crossover between the Technic and the
Oh yeah.
system stuff
Maybe it was.
too.
Basically, the Belleville figs had just as much articulation, and they're roughly the same scale.
Yeah,
With the creepy
all these
baby
figures are good. It's just that when you look at the face, which is where all the emotion lies, it's relatively dead
It's so creepy.
or
Sounds
creepy.
like us.
Yeah, it's that whole taxidermy thing where they're dead in the eyes, and it's creepy.
Exactly. Look at this panel, man. That's that's right.
I got the gloss. There we go. You gotta take the glasses off, otherwise you lose the glare.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So we've expressed some thoughts about the UCS gunship. I mean, I was not impressed. I found it nothing different than the set versions that came out. There's nothing that really. I mean, there's some pretty neat smoothing and stuff like that around the guns and stuff, but that's it. I mean, it doesn't do anything. I mean,
basically
even
just
like
describe every
the
Lego-
doors don't close, and I don't know. I just thought it was really.
The doors don't close really well on the mini scale version.
yeah.
But at least they
Right.
try.
I'm gonna defer to
failing
other
better
experts.
than not trying at all. Because
No,
I bet
I
I'd
mean, that's the
rather
thing,
not
is, like,
try
I
and
just-
fail than try and fail.
I just found it was just it just looked like a shell, right? It didn't look like a cohesive build.
Have
right?
you seen the Millennium Falcon? Have you gotten to physically play with the Millennium Falcon? It is a shell. It is.
Hey, I'm not saying I like that piece any more than I do that.
The UCS Star
The roof-
Destroyer is a shell. I mean, it is literally a
the
giant.
Falcon. The roof of
Listen,
the Falcon is
for
held on by
800,
gravity.
anyone shelling $800
Yeah.
for that Easter egg on a string, man, shell
Well-
is like least of your problems, man.
And that being said, and I have said this, that the UCS Star Destroyer is a much better build than the UCS Falcon, because
It
even
is.
though it is a giant hollow egg, at least it's built well and you can move it well, and it isn't held together by gravity, as Matthew pointed out.
But this is the thing about the Star Destroyer, though. The inspiration of the design is a doorstop. So it's okay to be a shell, right? Because that's what it is. It's just a big singular shape.
It's a
But
big
when you
detail.
have something like the gunship that's based off a mix of a A-53 and a Russian Hind, kind of like smushed together and rubbed together in the right way until you get something magical happen.
Keep talking, Jill.
Um,
Keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, but like that should look a lot sexier than it does in that UCS one. That's, you know, my opinion, just because I happen to like the design, right? And I like the Hasbro one. I like the previous Lego ones. I think they did a great job, even on the first one. Like, I remember getting that thing, putting it together and going, this thing looks awesome. I really, really like it. And then for this one too, like when I compare it against the one that guy who is kind of a turd, sorry if he's out there. What's Guybrush? Do you remember him from way back in the day?
No.
He was a guy who used to be on the old forums, and he used to do sort of UCS stuff like that. And despite being a bit of a bunghole, he really designed stuff well, right? Like he really did a good job. And he would get his hot girlfriend to hold up the finished model, which, you know, always added to the hits on the, you know, MOC pages or whatever the thing was. But yeah, like the one that he built all those many years ago was with all those basic parts looked better than this one did. And it was the same size, same scale, basically a shell, and probably less parts, but it still looked more cohesive. I think that's when I looked on this one, like the canopies seem to be sitting on top, like they don't seem to be integrated into like a frame, right? And then when I take a look at the doors just seem like they're actually like open doors welded on the side, like it's Bo and Luke Duke in space. So I'm kind of like, yeah, man, like, you know, for $350 or whatever it is, you know, or, you know, $9,000 Canadian, this thing should look a lot better than it is.
I'm not upset, and for the simple reason that it's part of the prequel trilogy. The set is on par with the quality of the film, so I mean,
one of us
fired across the bow.
I'm saying place your anger where your true passion lies. I'm just like, okay, it's a prequel, and you know, it's a good build, and it's a set, and you know, the generation after me will probably love it and fall in love with it, and that's a great thing, because we should all enjoy the series that we love. It's just that as a Gen Xer, sitting through whatever those films were, I mean, given the gunship and the battles were probably the best parts of the film, apart from Slave One totally owning Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it, I'm like, okay, you know, that's part of the prequel trilogies, and
like look at this,
right.
Like this whole back end here, it's just not like, for a UCS model, I just find it's not a great job, man.
Yeah, that very platiness right there.
It's just not good.
Is it me, or has that ship always seemed like it's got minivan doors? I mean, I think that maybe that.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, look, I think you're right. They took the Russian flying tank, the Hind, and they added the concept of the good old Vietnam Hueys coming down in the jungle, and sci-fi'd it up and had great art direction and concept design, and wound up with this, you know, kind of cool looking ship. And I mean, if I was a generation growing up with the Clone Wars animated series, because I've watched that recently, I would be hugely impassioned and really, you know, emotionally connected to this stuff. But you know, in the end,
you're losing Mono. You're losing Mark because he can't get through the Clone Wars to appreciate it.
Now, if you want, like, when I take a look at what Tartakovsky did with the designs of a lot of the stuff for his run, cleaner look, like everything's more angular, everything's more, you know, it's basic, but it's more solid, right? So, and then that, you know, but anyway, that doesn't matter, because like what this thing did here, like I said, I think like for the budget, they could have made it smaller. Actually, when you're talking about scale, they could have scaled it down somewhat and maybe smooth things out and did a better job.
I have a theory. They didn't design this for us.
They what?
You're really letting the sail. You're really letting the air out of my air tanks here. There.
That's the old excuse for stuff that sucks. Is it's for kids. It's like, this is a UCS.
I said it was not designed for us.
It is
Now,
not designed for
very
hardcore AFOLs. It is designed for hardcore Star Wars fans, which are not necessarily hardcore AFOLs.
Or discerning.
Yeah.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Come on.
I would say that. You can put Star Wars on a box and they'll buy anything.
Matthew,
right.
would you say that's correct? Hand towels, tea
Suppositories.
koozies? You're on mute.
Launch proton torpedo.
There's a few Star Wars branded things I have not purchased.
That's true. But there are some Star Wars things you have purchased that are probably very unique that were, had it not been Star Wars, you probably would not have thought about buying it.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, no, Mark, you are correct. And I am guilty of such thing as well because long live Star Wars.
I have a Star Wars spatula.
I own some Star Wars crap too. I'm just saying the Republic gunship is a UCS set that because it's a UCS set, it could be a lot better.
Oh, I agree. But at the same time, I think you're dead on with that. There are going to be Star Wars fans who are Clone Wars fans who are going to be like, I have to have that. I don't care if it's not up to UCS AFOL snobbery standards. I'm going to buy it because it's a Republic gunship because I've built a clone trooper costume and I need this.
Or not yet.
And good for them.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
I mean, I actually
basically, if you read the comments from the review on Brickset, this is exactly what it reflects, right? You get the whole thing that we just talked about here. Some people saying, prequel sucks, burning heck and all this kind of stuff, and they're never going to buy it. You get people who say, in first day because I've been in first day for everything else, and
I want to
it. So yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. You're going to get the whole spectrum.
So I want to
Spectrum being an operative word here.
I want to actually say that Gil has made some excellent points that it could have been shaped better. But the market that's going to buy that, is that going to deter them? Probably not,
No.
because they're buying a very large Star Wars ship.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why I got back into Lego, because very large ships that can't be made for action figure scale are made by Lego. And I was like, I want that, and I want to put that on the shelf behind me right there. That's it. That's the one. That's the one that got me back into buying Lego sets. So, it's for casual people who have money that are in their 40s and they want a large plastic object that reminds them of a movie that they liked. And most of the panel here hates on the Clone Wars, but or the prequels, but visually there was absolutely nothing wrong with those movies. The visuals are great in the prequels. The problem was in the script writing. The problem was with the dialogue. The problem was in the acting. But visually, they were great. Because I
will agree with you there, Matthew. I will agree with you. I was very excited about those movies until I saw them.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's not an art direction problem.
Can I just point out that one of the main parts of the Clone Wars, Padme falls out of that stupid thing? I mean, what the heck? I mean, they're flying along and she's like, and she's gone. I mean,
well, then the last
so Fazoom, that's a Padme yeet. In case you wanted to modernize.
Skywalker falls out of Cloud City and lives.
Well, I think
he was fighting Darth Vader and not bumping along into some dunes. Okay?
I think we all know at this point that there's no OSHA in the Star Wars universe because there's no rails on anything.
Well, there's no railings. You take railings off of anything, it's immediately Imperial.
If you were to walk through Coruscant City, through the upper levels, you die just turning around a corner.
Well, that reminds me, have y'all seen the Robot Chicken where the guy's maintenance and everybody keeps falling down whatever shaft they what is? It's so awesome.
Nobody pays attention to these things.
Oh me. All right. You know what? We have been very old man here. If you enjoy what we are talking about, you want to get that set, more power to you. I'm happy for you. Enjoy it. It is not for me. Yes. Is criticism warranted? Yes. Do I wish that Lego paid more attention to scale, but for people's collections? Yes. But if you enjoy the bricks, go buy them. Go do what you want to with them and all that kind of stuff. Just afford us the opportunity to laugh at ourselves for being silly. Doc dropping some knowledge. It's a
So was Yentl.
That's the old saw. It's for kids. Like that's not a good enough excuse for things that suck.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree, but at the same time, though, that is a very Hollywood mentality. Is that we can just put this out and somebody will watch it.
That's true.
Yeah,
but anyway, it's not. There are a lot of problems with it. I wish it was better. It does not just impress with its detail, with its whatever. It's kind of like, well, it's not really good and very platey and stuff. So a review of that would not be very positive for me if I had the set. I will not buy it because I would rather use that $300 to buy the parts I want to build something else. So that is the way I enjoy my hobby. You can enjoy yours the same way.
Because everybody Lego is different.
Everybody Lego.
And either way, they're going to get your money. Because if you put $300 in Bricklink, either way.
Drop in the mic, Moto.
Look, the house always wins.
That's right. Although,
as much as we can talk about any subject, keep in mind the house always wins.
Although, when I buy some video at $5 a box for those $20 boxes, I may be making some money off of this.
Keep telling yourself that.
How many of you have found some clearance at Walmart? I have found a little bit. I got this Joker for $23 today.
I will say I got the deep sea exploration set, the underwater habitat thing, for only $25 off. And when I picked them up, there were like 8 copies, and I only grabbed like 2. I came back the next day thinking maybe I'd grab another one. The others were all gone, and every clearance set was gone. So some of the local scalpers or resellers hit my Walmart, and poof. Anything that was even remotely on clearance at 25% off was gone.
Well, here in Canada, when we have sales, they make us pay more. So yeah,
that sounds
How
very
does that
Canadian.
work?
That sounds very Canadian.
Double it.
How does that work?
Right?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right, John. Yeah.
That's how you pay for your health care.
You know what? There comes a time when that line, when we're paying like $600 for a loaf of bread, where you're like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to believe that anymore. It doesn't work anymore.
I smell a Canadian revolt brewing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that color's looking nice, Moto.
Oh, that's a
cool.
good.
Let me see.
So is that an airship then? I assume?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be held up to a balloon. A big dirigible, isn't it?
Yep. The big balloon.
Sweet.
I just keep hearing the sound effect from the Lego movie, that kind of.
I just want you to know, Moto, that Jeff and I are both, Jeff in the chat and me over here, are both doubtful about 4 reels holding that thing up and how well they're going to stay on the side. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this. Just make sure your video is running.
I'm concerned about that too, Moto. I watched Monday's episode and I was like, I know where they're going. There's some physics there that just doesn't seem sound.
Moto's got this. I trust Moto. I got you. You got this, man.
I was going to say, we can start taking bets.
First, that's all I got to say.
But if we're taking bets, the house always wins. I mean,
The house always wins.
I'll in the old Greybush Discord, I'll post a square and you guys can pick your tensile strength on how well it's going to do.
We have a Discord.
Supposedly. But Moto, don't take that as a discouragement. We want you to succeed, or fail. Either way, we want to see it. That's all that matters.
Whatever you do, do it magnificently. That is what we're saying.
Absolutely.
Isn't that kind of my thing?
It is, and you do it well. You do it well.
If it goes, it's spectacular. If it stays, it's spectacular.
Exactly.
Either way, the Moto house always wins. The content always wins.
Exactly.
You got to put a casino on that thing.
Oh, then we're going to get into a discussion of Canto Bite and the fact that all the animals are getting hurt by trainers. And
Too much politics. Too much.
Say Siegfried and Roy in this room, and you're out. I'm just gonna say.
You know it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thank y'all. What a lively discussion. I hope people didn't get their. Doc wants you to film the drop test, so just that's what we're saying.
Doc, I'll get the. Tell you what, Doc. When I hang it, I'll make sure I put a fresh memory card in the GoPro and put it on high speed.
There you go.
Please.
By the way, Doc is the reason why I will never do another set reveal or review, because when a big set comes out and a bunch of people review it, he goes worst to first. Who does it the worst and who does it the best? And now he has also done that with just chats, and the episode where Canada Boy in the center square there stuck some lights up his nose on our channel was the worst. So
come on, it's the best.
We're number
But at least
one.
we made. You know what? There is no such thing as bad publicity.
That's right.
Exactly.
The 15s of people watching us right now would say so.
I'll have you know that nasal illumination is the wave of the future.
Ring that bell and smash that subscribe button.
Goodness, what?
Oh, man. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. I'm going to miss Brick Fair, Alabama, or Brick Fair, Virginia, but this is about as close to it as I can get because of us goofing around like this. So thank y'all for joining us. Hey, by the way, if you are not vaccinated, go get vaccinated. There's a variant running around and you can get sick. Numbers are going back up, for crying out loud. If you don't have a shot, stick a mask on that mug and protect your neighbors. Be kind, be creative, and be awesome. Y'all have a great night. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Everybody. Whee!